Hi, welcome to today's tutorial from the Merry Uke. Today we are going to learn the song Tomorrow is a Long Time by Bob Dylan. I actually heard of it when Nickel Creek did a beautiful cover of it. A lovely simple song with only 3 chords, G, C5, and D. I like to finger pick it, and I think this will be a good one to practice doing a few little trills and maybe just like making it your own. I think I never play it the same way twice, if that makes sense. So I'll play a little bit for you and then we'll break it down. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to you at all. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, I could hear his heart softly pounding. Yes, and only if he was lying by me would I lie in my bed once again. So you'll notice I'm only playing the bottom 3 strings of my ukulele, not playing the top one at all. And I'm using my thumb, pointer, and middle finger on my right hand to just go to do a finger picking pattern. And it's funny, I hardly even knew how to break down the pattern because I think I just sort of play whatever I hear with the song. Maybe the easiest way to start is just 1, 2, 3, and then I usually do 1, 2 again. So thumb, pointer, middle, and then thumb, pointer again. So like, I'll play it really slow, starting with the G chord. If today, so that was just 1, 2, 3. And then I tend to go, was not a, so that was the first 2 notes of that G chord. So 1, 2, 3, all the strings of that G chord, and then the first 2 again. So with G, for the first part, if today was not a, and then I go ahead and switch to a C5, nervous, and I think I only just play the first 2 of that too. So when you say endless, endless, and then I go back to that G chord and play 1, 2, 3 again, highway, and then this is where I kind of do like a little trill. So I take up my middle finger and kind of just play with the last 2 notes of that chord. So that's, and I'm hammering, so I'm not even strumming that one. I'm just letting the force of my finger play the note. So you can practice that. You can just practice playing that. It's the bottom string on your ukulele. It's with your middle finger, but playing it twice and then letting your finger kind of hammer to make a sound. And if it's too light of a hammer, you won't hear it. So you have to really like hit. So that's something you can play with. Second verse is a G again, and I think I do that same 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 with my fingers. So if tonight was not a, back to C5, first 2 notes only, crooked, back to G, trailer, and then that kind of trill. And then back to C5, if tomorrow, just 1, 2, 3 for that one. And then D, except because we're not playing that top string at all, I just put my I just put my 2 fingers on the 2nd frets of the middle string. Wasn't such a, and I just do 1, 2, 3 for that one. Wasn't such a, G again, long time, with the trill. C5, then lonesome, just 1, 2, 3, would mean back to D, nothing to you, just 1, 2, 3, at all, back to G, trill. So for that next part, kind of like the chorus, it's C5, yes, and only if my, and I just play that 1, 2, 3 one time, back to the D, own true love was, one time, 1, 2, 3 for the D, G, waiting, trill, C5, 1, 2, 3, if I could hear her or his, D, 1, 2, 3, heart softly, G, pounding, hammer, C5, oh, and only, 1, 2, 3, if D, he or she, he was lying, just 1, 2, 3 for that one, G, by me, trill, then I'd, C5, this is the part where you play the C5 a few times, so then I lie. And I do 1, 2, 3, and then I come back down 2, 1, and then I go 1, 2. So then I lie in my D bed. For bed, I do that D chord, 1, 2, 3, and then I lift my middle finger and I do a trill on that second string from the bottom. So it looks like this. Then I lie in my bed. Once, G again, C5, G, trill. So it's the same pattern throughout the whole song. And again, just practice maybe that hammer on different notes, and maybe you find a different fingering pattern as long as it works well for the rhythm of that song. Have fun with it. And happy playing.